Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Complete My Collection channel. This is a series dedicated to hunting down the rare Funko Pops that I've wanted in my collection for a while now, but I started with a $0 budget. Last episode, I found some pretty cool stuff, guys, leaving me with a balance of $291.64. And speaking of all those different items that I found, guys, those are going to be in a upcoming Whatnot auction this next week. If you would like to personally contribute to that series, guys, I'll have a bunch of those different pops for sale, and I have a ton of other things as well, not just the challenge series stuff. But for anybody that does make a challenge series purchase, guys, I will be sending them the Complete My Collection challenge badge, I guess. Well, it's a sticker, but it's a cool little add-on that I want to throw in for anybody that, you know, helps contribute to the series. So yeah, just a quick little note on that, guys. Upcoming this next Monday, you can use my codes down below, guys. You can even get a discount. All that stuff is down below. But anyways, guys, today's video is absolutely insane. I find a ton of different stuff, and I actually have 4 Funko Pops that I cross off of my list. So stick around towards the end of the video to see all of those different things. And without any further ado, guys, let's get it started. Here we go. Here we go. Like I do in many videos, guys, starting off at some thrift stores, we're going to go to 3 savers, guys, here. But I found some inbox pops with some of the newer, like, Men in Black from, like, the movie pops. And I'm not even going to put comps up here because they go for about what they're asking for. This Alien Twins one kind of has a fun surprise if you actually own that one in your collection and take it out of box. Just trust me on that one. But anyways, guys, going over to the loose figure section, not really finding much over there. Went on over to another savers. They had a couple of different pops in box. Barry Allen from the worst Flash movie that I have ever seen. It was terrible, but that's beside the point, guys. We found Daenerys Targaryen right here on the throne. Honestly, not a bad one. It goes for around 20 to 25. They're asking $10.99 for it. Had some stains and stuff all over it, so I did not pick it up, but not a bad one if you're adding it to your personal collection. And then their out of box section was looking pretty abysmal. They had a Chase Hopper for some reason, guys. I don't know like who took this out of box that got this as a chase, but probably one of the more interesting things that were on this wall, that's for sure. But heading on over, guys, to another savers, I actually found some really good stuff. So starting off with this bundle out of box, guys, Spider-Man, Little Sebastian, we have the Death Eater Lucius Malfoy right there, and also Hermione, Lucius Malfoy, and Little Sebastian out of box aren't bad pops, and I'm definitely picking those up. And these 3 right here were really good too. Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance, Bender from The Breakfast Club, this is from the original set, and also Styles Skalinsky from Teen Wolf. I had no idea about this, and we'll talk about it here in a little bit more about what I found out about it when we get to the office. But yeah, some pretty good ones in those first 2 bundles, and I definitely bought both. Back in the office, guys, here's everything that I picked up from Savers, $8.56, which turns out to be a really good deal. So let's go ahead and dive into Spider-Man for estimated value. Probably like $2 out of box. Hermione didn't want to stand, so she's around $2 as well. Going into Malfoy right here, definitely a solid one, a Hot Topic exclusive, so one that you don't see every day. Probably can get about 10 for that one. Little Sebastian's not a bad one either, but I think I would probably get about 5 for him. And then going on to these 3, these are probably the best 3 out of the lot. We have Bender from The Breakfast Club. This is from the original set, and I think I could probably get about like $15 to $20, probably lower end 15. Gerard Way is about the same, guys, around 15 to 20 out of box, a Hot Topic exclusive, just like the Malfoy right there. But I think I can probably get about 15 for him. And then I had no idea that this had as much value as it did. We have Styles Skalinsky right here, guys, from Teen Wolf. With a box, this is around like $100 pop. Out of box still goes for, like, from what I was seeing on eBay, for around like $60. So I'm gonna go a little bit of a lower end and hopefully get about 50. With an estimated value, guys, of only spending $8.56, I have an estimated value of $99. We'll see what I end up getting for those, but I mean, for as cheap as I got them, we'll 100% make a profit and add some awesome money back into the budget. Howdy, folks. So it is the actual sale day right now for Entertain Mart. Goes throughout the whole weekend, and I really wasn't successful on finding anything like the days before the sale. So I'm hoping maybe they have like some different inventory and things like that. I guess we'll see, but hoping to find a good deal. So let's head on in and see what they have. Inside of Entertain Mart number 1, guys, honestly, it was most of the same stuff that I've seen the last couple weeks. They really didn't get much in that were new. I just throw it off this chase, guys, because it goes about for what they're asking for. And even with that discount, I don't even think it would be worth picking up, at least for me, in what I'm doing with this challenge series. If you're a Star Wars fan, fan. That would be a great pickup for sure. Going into a case that I don't show off very much, they really didn't have anything too crazy even with that discount, guys. And then over in their loose figure section, wasn't finding much there either. So I went over to the other Entertain Mart, and actually at the end of this clip, guys, I do find some decent things. So we have some SNL stuff. We also have classic Loki. $5 is pretty darn cheap for around like a $11 pop. But yeah, I didn't want to get that one, but they do have buy one get one free for the red tags as well. So we'll keep an eye out for some of those. Looking at some Star Wars stuff, guys, right here. We have Marin. Don't really know much about these, but I know some of these have some pretty good value. Bushfire Heroes with the, it was like an Australia exclusive, and yeah, it doesn't really go much for more than what they're asking. Iron Spider is not a bad one. I might pick that one up, especially because it's on sale. I think I showed it off in the last video. And also Alexander Hamilton isn't terrible either. So we'll set those ones aside. Those could be potential pickups for 33% off. But I noticed in their case, guys, that they changed the price on this Frito Corleone. Goes for around $30. They're asking $11 for it. Minus 33% of that $11. I think that's definitely a pretty good pickup. This pop's probably been sitting there for like a couple of years, and I'm surprised nobody has bought it until, well, just now, because I'm gonna get it. But they had some pops sitting up front, guys, at their checkout that were interesting, like this Chase right here, Mace Windu, just some older things that I don't see very often, some rare things like the White Lady. I don't see that like ever, but they definitely had it priced correctly. She-Hulk Glow was another interesting one that they had. They also had this guy from the Warriors, which for $5 and with that discount, that's a pretty good pickup. It's around like a $25 pop, so definitely gonna get that one. Some interesting finds at Entertain Mart. All right, guys, so a couple of decent pickups with the Warriors pop and also the Godfather pop. Not going to complain about those. A little bit of damage on each of them, but they were really cheap. So I figured it was definitely worth picking up. So these were the only two things that I ended up picking up at Entertain Mart. The sale kind of let me down a little bit, but I still found a couple of little gems, if you will, right here. So I guess we'll start off with Frito Corleone. He'd been sitting in that case at that Entertain Mart for forever, guys. He does have a little bit of damage on the side, a little bit of sticker residue, but I could probably get that off. But still not a bad pop. I mean, I got it for pretty cheap. They had it heavily discounted, guys, because it's been sitting there for forever. But yeah, I have an estimated value of around $25 on this guy. Then Cochise from the Warriors isn't a bad one either. I've seen it go between like $20 to $30. It does have a tiny bit of a crease on the corner on the back. So I think I can get probably about 20 for him. I guess these have decent value that I didn't know of. But estimated value, guys, of $45. Not bad at all. I mean, we'll probably get about like $30 back into the collection budget after it's all said and done. But two decent pickups, I would say. What's up, guys? So I found somebody local that was selling something that was on my list that I wanted to buy. We came to a pretty good deal at $45 for this pop, and yeah, I'm gonna be picking it up here in a second. And yeah, I don't know if I'll be getting any footage of the pickup, but yeah, you'll find out here in a second what I got.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, just picked up the Golden Bender. It's funny because the person that I picked this up from actually watches the channel, and I had an extra sticker for him for the Complete My Collection Challenge series. I just had one on hand. So Anthony, thank you so much for this. Folks, I'm making a quick pit stop to Pop City, Utah. There's one thing that I'm buying today that is actually checking off my list, but I figured I'd show some of their really cool pops that they have in here as well while we were here. You know, you might as well show them. Lots of fun musician pops with Prince and Selena. We have some Sailor Moon in here, some Fallout as well. What else do we have in here? Yeah, more Fallout. Anti-Cosmo, Anti-Wanda is really cool. Some Hello Kitty. The Despicable Me pops are fun. The animated series Batman ones. What else? Original Alice. Ooh, original Panthro as well. That's pretty cool from Thundercats. Let's see, what else do we have in here, guys? Some fun WWE with like Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, Rowdy Piper right there, and also Andre the Giant. Can't complain about that. You're not really noticing anything different over here that I remember. The Sid is always a good one to show off, guys. I have that in my collection. Trying to see if there's anything else over here, guys. Ooh, they do have the Moesha. That's one of the new limited piece ones. I think this was an Amazon exclusive from Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, limited to 5,000 pieces. Don't think I've seen that one in person either. Banana Arnold's really awesome, but as far as new stuff goes, I like what they've got. I'm not sure that there's any new grails in here. I mean, you got some One Piece in here, which is awesome. League of Legends, Kobe's always some good ones. Some more fun video games with like Joel right there from The Last of Us. The Haunted Mansion set, kind of coming over here, seeing if there's anything else that you guys probably haven't seen last time I was here. Most of the same stuff. Oh, more Thundercats. The original Mumra right there is great. An original Batman too, the bobblehead ones. More Breaking Bad back there, but let's pick up the pop and show off to you what I'm getting today. You know what? I'm outside of the mall. I think I'm gonna keep this one a surprise till the end of the video, but here's a little sneak peek of what I got. It's a Pop Digital Pop. Alrighty guys, I made my way over to the Deal Depot. I've come here once in a video and they had some decent pops actually, so I'm kind of interested to see if those are still there, maybe discounted, and then also if they have anything else, so let's go check it out. Inside of Deal Depot, guys, a lot of Star Wars pops, and I don't know if you can see it yet, but there was something that absolutely blew my mind. But this one is not a bad one to start off with. $6 for the Inquisitor, around a $30 pop. Definitely gonna pick that one up. Not a bad one, I should say. We have the Seven Sister right here. Also a decent one as well. It had a little bit more damage, but this right here, guys, I was speechless. This is the Blue Box Original Greedo, and I had no idea that it went for this much. I know it's a rare pop from 2011, but I looked it up afterwards and I was shocked, dude. And this Princess Leia is not a bad one either. It's the original 2011 one as well. Goes for around like $80 too, and they're asking $5 for it. I was just trying to figure out like how long these been sitting here, how come nobody had bought these, and we'll talk about that in the car after I pick these up. And Morton Joe's not a bad one either for $5. The box damage was kind of bad on that one, but maybe, I don't know, I kind of regret passing on that one as well. But those Star Wars pops, dude, oh my goodness, like that's the find of a century, I'm not gonna lie. Oh boy, I don't think my luck will get any better than that. I'm honestly speechless right now. Holy cow. Guys, this is absolute just insanity. I hadn't been to that pawn shop in like maybe 3 months. I've been there once for the challenge series, but this is the find of a century. This is insane. The craziest part about this is I'm looking at these on the tag. It says dates of when these were taken in. Like this was like 2 months ago. So how long have these been sitting on the shelves? This is literally a $400 to like $600 pop. I've seen it. I was looking up comps. It does not get sold very often. Oh my goodness. And Princess Leia, I mean, she's nothing to sneeze at either because it's the original blue box variant. Inquisitor's not bad either, but I mean, come on guys, like how is nobody like going into that shop and seeing that Star Wars pop and knowing what this is? And I don't know, maybe I'm just a hyper weird, you know, Funko person that knows way too much about this stuff, but insane. Like I'm just at a loss for words. The best find that I've probably ever had in this series, and I'm not even kidding. Back from the Deal Depot pawn shop, and oh my goodness, guys, I'm absolutely blown away by these. I talked a little bit about it in the car and everything like that, so I won't bore you. One quick thing I will say though, guys, about these Leia and Greedo pops right here. If you didn't know much about Funko and you didn't know all the different variants of boxes, I would assume that, you know, you would price them like normal. And so that's probably why I found them for so cheap, because if you don't really know, then you don't know about the variants. We only spent $17.16, which was mind-blowing to me. And it's funny because the Inquisitor was the most expensive out of these three, which in retrospect doesn't make much sense. But let's go into the Inquisitor. He does have a little bit of damage on the side, but the Rebels pops always have some pretty good value. And even with a little bit of some like condition issues and stuff, I still think I can probably get about 25 for the Inquisitor. Now on to the original blue box Star Wars pops, guys. These are from 2011. They've been around for a while, like 14-year-old pops, and honestly, these are in really good shape. I would say like 8 to 9 out of 10 for both of these, which for these being that old is very surprising. Princess Leia, the original one, guys, with the large font blue box right there. I've seen it kind of go a little bit everywhere, but I think with the condition that it's in, I think I'd probably get about $80 for it. Now Greedo, guys, is in pretty good shape as well, and this is probably one of the heavier hitter like blue box Star Wars pop, if not the most expensive one. And I don't know, I was seeing like, as far as the condition that this is in for what was selling on eBay, something pretty darn similar was selling for 600. And I honestly think I could probably get about 600 for it as well. Bringing an estimated value, guys, of $705 for only spending like $17. That is absolutely ludicrous, insane. And guys, I'm not opposed to trading that Greedo either for a couple things that are on my list. So if you have anything, if you want any offer or make me an offer for a trade, I'm not opposed to that. I'll be honest, I'm at a loss for words. I would have never thought that I'd find something so rare in the form of that Greedo in just chilling in a pawn shop. It's absolutely nuts. But anyways, let me show you the 4 Funko Pops that I ended up crossing off my list. I think you might already know a couple. First off, you already saw me show this off to you guys in the car. Picked this up from a local viewer of the channel, Anthony. He actually got one of these stickers. I just had an extra one in my car by chance. But he helped me complete and get the Golden Bender. This guy came out, I don't remember where it was shared with, but this came out at a time where I wasn't collecting. I actually hadn't really even seen Futurama yet either. This was the show that me and my wife loved to watch during the pandemic. Like, we watched the entire series, we've watched all the new seasons as well. And this is a pop that I've definitely procrastinated on. Got a great deal on it, so thank you again, Anthony. Still definitely have a couple of heavy hitter Futurama pops to check off the list, but let's check this one off the list and add it on over to the shelf. This next pop, guys, is coming in over from Whatnot, costing me $40 out the door. It actually helps me complete a set though. From the Ratatouille line, this right here, guys, is Emil. Check him out with the big old chunk of cheese right there. I love it.
This is Emil, my brother. He's easily impressed.
So I bought this from Papa Squatch, and it turns out they sent me a message and they said, hey, we actually love the channel and everything like that. So I sent him one of these stickers in the mail as well. So that was pretty cool. Thank you guys so much. This was a pretty fun set to track down, guys. Not gonna lie, I mean, it's a pretty small set. I did find the Remy locally. The Alfredo I found on Whatnot. This was on Whatnot. So you always gotta explore all your options, but I'm excited to have all three now. So we can check it off the list. Add it on over to the shelf. I'm running out of shelf space, but excited to have this pop. Okay, and then from Pop City, guys, while I was stopping in there, I was actually filming my previous video setting up a display, but I figured while I was there, they said that they had one pop for me that was on my list. $45.37, guys. I ended up getting the royalty release of Proto as Scooby-Doo from the Pop Digital line. I want to say this is one of the few Proto Pops that I actually have in my collection. I know that they've done a couple of different Pop Digital ones of Proto as different characters. I think this is probably my favorite for sure. But I have pretty much all of the Scooby-Doo Pop Digital Pops. I think there's maybe like the Grail Superhero Scooby-Doo that I don't have. And maybe I'll add that to my list eventually. But this one for right now, I mean, it's at a pretty good price. And you know, you can't deny Proto's super cute. You got to add him to the collection. And I love Scooby-Doo. But with that being said, guys, we can check it off the list. Try and add it over to the shelf. And happy to have this one. Okay, fourth and final pop, guys, that I bought. This is another one coming from Whatnot, guys, and this has been a piece that has been really hard to track down. Every time that I've seen it over on Whatnot, I always get outbid, or I don't get there in time when it goes up for auction. But somebody tagged me in this. I don't remember who it was, but thank you so much for tagging me that they had this pop in this show. Guys, this completes the How to Train Your Dragon collection. This right here is Barf and Belch. And I don't know if I mentioned it, guys, but I ended up getting this for $70, so we'll minus that from the budget. But honestly, this is in really good shape, guys. This is definitely an older pop coming from 2014, so around 11-year-old pop. And like I said, I've had a hard time tracking this down. I think at one point, like years ago, I found this pop out of box and I had it in my collection for a while. And then when I had the idea for the series, I sold that out of box pop, but now I'm glad to have one in a box. And now it makes me realize that I'll have to change the intro to the series because I think Barf and Belch is included in that. But folks, you know what? Let's check it off the list, add it on over to the shelf. Glad to be How to Train Your Dragon complete. Wow, what a video, guys. Picked up so many different things, found some insane pieces. I am honestly excited to see where the next episode goes. Like, that Greedo absolutely blew my mind. And guys, honestly, I am super up for trade, like I was mentioning earlier. If you have any of the pops that are on my list, we can do a combination of different things for that Greedo. I don't mind. Reach out to me on Instagram. We can work something out. But folks, that's going to do it for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what was your favorite find of the video. Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching again. You guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind to one another. Always promote positivity. I will see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.